difficult to stay disciplined when you feel like everything around you is against you, I'm going to share with you guys the simple yet powerful daily habits that you can implement to help yourself stay disciplined and stay on track towards accomplishing your goals. And it's such a powerful thing to be able to continue to show up for yourself even when you're going through tough times, even if you're going through like the worst moments of your life. To be able to stay disciplined and to stay motivated and to power through all of those struggles can really help you make or break your progress towards achieving your goals, and can really show the universe the resilience that you do have, so you can accomplish literally anything. Like, it's so powerful to be able to still show up even if you're feeling horrible about yourself. I, again, always look at Taylor Swift as such an example, because obviously she has the song called I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, where she's like, I'm still gonna show up and do everything. I'm still gonna be hitting my marks. I'm still gonna show up to these tours. I'm still gonna show up to my shows. Even if I have a broken heart, I'm still gonna show up. And that is the resilience that we all just want to accumulate, whether you want to whether you like Taylor Swift or not. There's something that we can learn from all that, but I want to also introduce the simple yet powerful habits that you can start implementing today that don't really require much time, but are so just down to the foundation of what we can do to stay disciplined. So if you guys are new here, my name is Straldi, and I make videos all about procrastination, productivity, and goal setting. So if that's the type of content you love to consume, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Also click the notification bell so you do know when I do upload, and follow me on all my social media. I'm at Straldi Silva. So the number one daily habit that you should start implementing is always planning ahead. So I'm like an intermediate like daily planner, intermediate like weekly planner, but the one thing that I do that helps me a lot is I plan my content ahead of time. Why do I do this? I do this ahead of time because, for example, today I had a cancellation for the morning, so therefore I have an hour free. If I was not ahead on the titles that I want to make, the video contents that I can just sit down and start filming, like, I will be wasting so much more time if I had not just had all these titles ready to go, and all I do is just write out the script points, and then I turn on the camera and I start talking. And it helps so much planning ahead, because it eliminates that wasting of time, because time is so precious. Time is clicking, time is going, time is money, as we all know. So planning ahead can really eliminate all that time wasting, and especially if you're somebody who cannot stay disciplined, having a plan set in place so that you know when it's time, when you have free time, when you have 30 minutes, when you have an hour, when you have 15 minutes to just go over your plan, it just helps you stay on top of your game so much more. So for example, some of the planning ahead that you can do alongside like the goals that you have could be like having a workout routine. What workouts are you going to have that day? For example, today's Tuesday, right? You could do leg day today, but what are the leg workouts that you're going to have for today at the gym? Because if you just show up without a plan, you're just going to end up not making progress and just doing stuff on the willy-nilly, and then you're just going to end up wasting time because you're trying to figure out, okay, what workouts am I going to do? Like, we waste so much time on planning when we should be executing. And that's something that I just started implementing this month, which is, if I should be executing, I should not be planning. Therefore, I need to plan ahead. So once Monday hits, my plan is on full on like execution mode. All I'm doing is just checking it on the daily and just executing the plan. I should not be spending time sitting down and planning. My planning sessions should happen whether it's a week ahead. It should be planned on a Sunday, on a Saturday, on the weekend. The weekend is my time to hone in and plan for the week ahead, so that when it's time to execute, when it's time to sit down and film these videos, I know exactly what I need to film. I know exactly what it is that I need to do. And that is the only time I am actually physically like planning. When it comes to just like my daily personal like planning stuff, I'm not really checking in on it as much, because I kind of do the same things every day. But when it's like my content creation, my full-time business that I want to have, that is where I create those systems to have a plan in place. So you can have like a budget planner if you're trying to pay down your debt. You can have, again, like that fitness program, that fitness routine if you're trying to lose weight. You can have the meal planning if you're trying to count your calories. Like, these are things that you should be doing to plan ahead so that when it's time to execute, you are not losing out on that time. And it's so much more easier to procrastinate when you don't have a plan set, when you don't have a plan in place, because then you're gonna be like, oh, I'll just, I didn't get it done this week, I could just start again next week, or I could do that next week. But when you have a set plan and you're entering that week, the more likely that you're going to want to execute that plan, the more likely you're going to want to follow through with that plan. That's why they always say, fail to plan, you plan to fail. Because it's just true. I've lived through it, okay? I was such a procrastinator. I was so stubborn. I didn't want to plan. I didn't want to have habits. I didn't want to have routines, at least good habits. I was okay with having my bad habits, but my good habits, I didn't want to. I kept thinking that there were shortcuts that I could take so that I didn't have to go through with everything that I'm going through. But in reality, there is no shortcuts to your dreams. There's literally none. You can either execute and you can do the boring work and excel, or not do them at all. But there is no such thing as a shortcut, okay? There's no such thing as overnight success, okay? Because what people don't see is the amount of years and work and behind the scenes stuff that you have to do to become that overnight success. So get to planning. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish, start with planning ahead. What are the workout routines you're going to have ahead? What budgets are you going to give yourself for the week? How much are you able to spend on things? Have a meal plan, have a content plan. What are you going to be filming this week? What are you going to be doing this week so you can upload and post? What are you, create these systems for yourself, because you're only going to help yourself in the future. So number 2 thing that goes along with planning ahead is to find a routine. Find your routine, okay? My morning routines are ritual to me, and they have not changed since I started it last year. And that is, I do my hair and my makeup, because there are times where I don't even have a chance to film, and I get ready in the morning and I'm like, okay, I didn't get a chance to film. But if there was ever that off chance where I do get to film, where I do have it like a client cancel and I have time to film, if I'm not ready, like with my makeup and my hair and filming, the less likely I'm gonna want to do it. So I'm like, I need to prepare myself by making sure that I have my hair and makeup done, so when I do have time to film, then I can just go ahead and click record, and I can start filming because I am ready to go. And so I've figured that out with myself, that having a routine in place is so important. Whether it's also making sure that my camera is in my car, making sure I have my laptop, making sure that everything is charged. Again, having those titles ready to go, making sure I have a journal with me so I can be able to write out my scripts really quick. Finding a routine for yourself so that it also just creates this anticipation, and it creates this predictability, which predictability is the number one thing that you should have for staying disciplined. Because the last thing you want to do is be inconsistent with your goals, because why? That's not going to create progress if you're inconsistent. We want to create consistency, and the thing about consistency is that it gets boring. Okay, it gets boring knowing exactly what's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen, how you're gonna do it, the amount of work it takes. Like, it's freaking boring. Okay, do you know how many times I have to click record and record myself talking, and then have to go home and edit all of this, and I have to hear myself talk twice, and then I upload it, and then I have to do it all over again tomorrow? Like, it gets really boring when it's consistent. But consistency makes the progress. So we have to do the boring work. And that's the thing about routine, and that's the thing about why people don't want to stay disciplined, is because they feel motivated in the first 2 days, and because it's something new and fresh that they're starting. But once you're kind of in it every single day, you kind of see the ugliness of staying disciplined, the ugliness of staying consistent, is that it's not brand new, fresh, and cute anymore. Like, it's Like, I've been doing this for a whole 2 days. I'm tired of it. I want to go back to my old routine. This is no longer fun to me. The idea of becoming her, the idea of having a skinny body, the idea of having $1 billion business doesn't sound so fun to me anymore, because it's not shiny brand new. Like, it's boring and hard work. Yeah, that's why the only people who actually make it are the ones who are resilient enough and disciplined enough to work through all of that boringness, the hard work, who is willing to go through it all to see the benefit in the end. Okay, it's the path less taken, and you want to take that path. Why? Because it leads you to the life you want to live. So we're gonna be doing the boring work. Okay, having a routine is boring. Okay, you know what's gonna happen, at what time it's gonna happen, and it's consistency. You have to get it done. Okay, once it's done, it's over. Ya no lo tienes que pensar otra vez. You don't have to think about it anymore. Okay, so create a routine, whether it's sitting down and making a budget plan every single month, whether it's you meal planning for the week, whether it's you creating your workout for the week. What are you going to do? Whether it's a stretch routine too, a stretch routine before you go to the gym. Like, create that consistency within yourself. And what are you going to do to set yourself up so that when it's time to execute, you can execute flawlessly and you don't like miss a step. So this is the discipline. Okay, these are simple things that we can do. Okay, we haven't even talked about the hard stuff. We're talking about simple things like planning ahead and creating a routine. These are just all setups. These are daily simple routines. These are daily simple habits that you're setting yourself up for success. You're laying down that foundation. Okay, if you can't even create a plan for yourself, then how do you expect yourself to run $1 billion business? How are you going to expect yourself to have the fit body that you've always dreamed of having? How can you expect yourself to have those things? You can't, because you're not even willing to have a plan set. You're not willing to have a routine and consistently show up for it. It's so boring to stretch your legs. It's so boring to stretch your arms the same way every single day, every single week. But what that creates, the life that you want to live, that creates the progress that you need to show for yourself that all this hard work, all this boring stuff that you're doing is actually creating the results that you want. Whether it's to lose weight, to have more money in your bank account, to cut down on debt. Okay, you're gonna see everybody else having fun, not going to the gym, eating whatever they want, or going out and doing things that they've always, like, the things that you've done before that are really fun. But you know what? They're going to end up fat, in debt, and lonely. And what are you going to do? You're going to be skinny. You're going to be amazing. You're going to be rich. You're going to be whatever it is that you desire, right? Having a home, whatever it is that you desire. You're going to have those things because you're willing to do the hard, boring, consistent work and to stay disciplined. But yet, like, again, these are just simple things. We haven't even talked about the hard stuff yet. These are simple daily stuff that you do to create the progress that you really want. So the last thing is, if you have the time, just do it. This is something that I kind of fell for, and I'll explain what I mean by this. When we have something that kind of just like falls onto our lap, or we have to schedule something in, or you think of a chore that you have to do. Let's say it's like, oh, I have to clean up the kitchen and I have to deep clean, I don't know, the spice cabinets. And we think, I'm going to do it over the weekend. I'm going to do it next week. I'm going to do it next month when I have this and this day off. But if you have the time now, just do it. Like, what's stopping you from not doing it right now? Is it the lack of energy? Is it the fact that you want to just lay down on your butt and scroll on TikTok? Like, if you have the time, if you have time to spare, just do it right now. You don't have to schedule it for later. That is how you start building up discipline. If you have the time now to do it, why are you going to wait until later to do it when you could just get it over with now? And that is how you start, that is how you stop putting things off, because there's nothing to put off anymore. Once you start just keeping track of everything and you're just on top of everything, there's really nothing to put off because you're already doing everything. So if you have the time now, why are you scheduling it for later? Just get it over with it now. Get it over with it today. Just start today. Just start now. You don't have to wait for it to be New Year's. You don't have to wait for it to be the Monday again. You don't have to wait until the weekend. You don't have to wait for certain time or day or whatever. Like, you can just go ahead and start today and call it, like, and just get it started. For me, when I got started on my goal of becoming a full-time content creator, it was a random Wednesday in December. I didn't even wait for the new year. I just started on a random Wednesday. I just started filming and started going have at it with myself. At least with my old channel. With this channel, I had to pivot and jump into this channel. But with my old channel, I just randomly decided on a Wednesday, December 14th, I remember, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to start filming again and being consistent. And that's what I started doing until now. I didn't wait until the new year. I didn't wait for it to be Monday. I just went ahead and just started it. Why? Because I had the time. When I wasn't doing anything else, I had the time to start, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. And so that is what I want you to start building that mindset. If I have the time now, why am I going to wait till later to do it? Just start now. Just go ahead and start now. Just go ahead and do it now. There's nothing on the other side. There's nothing that's going to change on the other side if I just wait a week. There's nothing that's going to change if I start it this weekend. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to happen. If you just start today, then it makes the hugest difference. It makes the biggest difference. Because starting today means that you're a day closer to making the progress that you want. So, even though it sounds like super cheesy and it sounds like, I don't know, really stupid. Even though it sounds super cheesy, like, oh, if you start today, then you're a day closer. But it's really true. Like, if you really think about the math to it, it's true. It's not like it's rocket science over here. It's like some of these little cheesy things that people say, it's true, okay? And I hate to be the one to admit it, but I have to admit it. That there's no shortcuts. There's no shortcuts to achieving the things that you want. It's literally just going straight through the mess and the muddiness and the trial and the error, and putting yourself out there and making a fool of yourself is how you're going to build the life that you truly want. Because trust me, it's difficult. It's hard for me sometimes to try to put myself out there. But that is all for today. Those are the 3 simple habits that you can do on a daily. However, if you stuck around this long, I did want to announce a couple things, and I'm so excited to announce it. So, number 1, I am introducing a new newsletter series on my website, where if you sign up, you get a PDF on 8 different ways on how you can overcome procrastination. That will be sent to you through your email. So you just sign up with your email and it'll be sent directly there. And then you will also get signed up for my weekly newsletter called the Silva's Success Strategies, where I will start sharing with you one simple strategy that you can start implementing today that's going to help you succeed to achieving your goals. And I'm so excited for this because it's literally just like a 1-minute read, but it's going to be so impactful and so valuable for those who just want to receive more and more resources and more strategies on how they can progress in life. So it's going to give you like different mindset shifts, different tactical ways to implement the habits that you are so trying to implement in your life so you can succeed, and different ways to stop procrastinating. So you will also get that PDF of 8 different ways to stop procrastinating. So that's free for you if you sign up, and then you also get signed up to the Silva Success Strategies, where again I share with you my success strategies. And the last announcement that I want to make that I am so excited for is that I am finally launching a workbook, which I will insert right here. It's called 7-Day Workbook Guide to Stop Procrastination and Build Discipline. So this is a 29-page workbook that I created with myself, with all of the strategies that I see here on YouTube, whether it's the rainy day schedule and the lazy mindset and how to stop blaming the world and taking accountability for your actions. Like, this is a 29-page action book that is created specifically for people who have the laziest minds, and helps you go from being a procrastinator to building discipline. So every single day I'm working with you in this workbook. Every single day there is a worksheet that you can do and something that you can work on that specific day that will help you hopefully by the seventh day to start building discipline and start making actions towards achieving your goal. And so, like, this workbook won't work unless you do. And that is the number one thing that I want to preface, is that the workbook won't work unless you do. And I'm so excited to share with you guys because I've been working so hard on this workbook. And so, if you want to read the testimonials on my website, you can. It's over there on my website. I'll link everything down below, but I'm so excited to share with you guys with that. So it's just a one-time payment, and then it'll be sent to you and you will forever have it, but it's there, and I'm so excited for my workbook. So if you just want that more just guidance on how to stop procrastinating and how to build discipline, then this little workbook would be perfect for you. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today, you guys. So make sure you sign up for the free newsletter and you go check out the workbook. You can just go get a glimpse at it. You don't have to purchase it if you don't want to, but if those of you who just need that much help and you love the strategies that I give, then I put it all in one little workbook page for you, and it's yours for you forever. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will hope to catch you guys on the next one. Bye. Mwah.